What's up, guys? I'm Jared.
And I'm Ben.
And welcome back to the Mat Manifesto. It has been a
been a hot minute, man.
A hot minute, bro. It's been a hot minute. Obviously, we were at Northam.
Yeah.
And we had STW in your town. Not your house.
Not your house.
We're not the WWE. But that was a cool event, which we'll talk about in a second. But to do all our general shit that we have to.
Bit of housekeeping. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, and you turn on that notification bell. Helps us out a lot, more than you think that it does, actually. Yeah. If you're on the Spotify, rate us 5 stars on that. Hit us a follow.
Like Dave Meltzer watching Will Ospreay.
Damn straight. Yeah, that also helps us out more than you guys could possibly imagine. Yes. So please leave a like, rate us 5 stars, follow us on Instagram at Mat Manifesto.
Yes, and message us, DM us.
Yeah, DM us.
Tell us random shit if you want to, because honestly, why not? Even if you want us to talk about something that you're like, hey, I want you guys to talk about this.
Yeah.
100%.
If you guys want us to talk about like a specific match or anything, DM us.
Like
talk about like any wrestling related stuff you guys want us to talk about.
100%. And also guaranteed, I can tell you if we're gonna do a podcast after April 11th. Mm-hmm. We're definitely talking about PWA and Charlie Evans. But
yes, we will.
So remember that.
Can't wait for that. That's gonna be.
I don't know why I turned into the Wiggles.
That match is gonna cook though.
Oh, it's gonna be great. But then I think that's pretty much all the stuff we have to start off with. And we'll start with the amazing, the awesome STW in your town in Northam. Yeah. So we didn't just go over it quickly because he also did talk. Yeah,
we spoke a bit about it with Chili, the GOAT.
I'm not wearing that
the
shirt.
Control card winner.
Yes.
And she beat Harley Hyde.
Yeah.
Same night.
And honestly, I'm so glad Harley doesn't know where you live because, boy, that'd be a risky move to say that right now.
Yeah, Jesus. Thank Christ.
Luckily, we're not doing this at STW because she would kill us. Love you.
Big fans.
Don't kill us, please.
Big fans, but you know.
He didn't show up on 1 hour podcast. That's going to get me hit. Anywho, we build bridges. I burn them. So let's talk about Northam. Obviously, we had the step up. Which, by the way, anyone that came out to Northam, thank you so much. Yeah. That was a big night.
Yeah. If you don't live in Northam and you drove up or drove down wherever you came from, you showed up. Yes. And yeah, that crowd that night
was hot.
Was unreal, man.
Yeah. And obviously we're the camera guys, but like I don't know how the wrestlers feel. Obviously, I haven't talked to them about it, but like it was honestly there was energy.
It was energy,
and
you could feel the energy.
And I was like, bro, I'm so excited for this match. Like this show was so good, but then even the matches were good. Freaking, we had Paul London,
dude. It still hasn't like settled in. Yeah. It's been like what 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, about like 2 weeks.
About like 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm still like baffled by just Northam in general, like how good that show was. Yes,
and it was so good because obviously we had Step Up and we had Victor Steele versus Crypto Knight.
Oh, good unreal match.
The debut.
Of Victor Steele.
He
had an asshole.
Absolutely
asshole, but honestly, had a great showing.
Yeah, man is stacked, packed, incredibly jacked, as I've said multiple times.
Like, Crypto, we love you on this podcast, man. You know that.
I've shown too much love, honestly.
And that's why I was wearing the Jimmy Hartness shirt.
Facts, because I don't want to give you any more, because you don't pay me royalties.
Crypto, we love you, brother, but yeah, you got brutalized, man.
Yeah, you got taken to the woodshed, really. There was back in the day.
I'm gonna be completely honest here. There wasn't really a point in the match where I had much hope for Crypto. Yeah, which like it pains me to say because I love that man. He is such a nice brother, but
he's a good brother. I will say this that and this is they didn't make me say it. The office isn't going to hit me. But Victor Steele, he honestly, what a debut. Like, that's a big debut.
Unreal.
Like he proved himself as like not just like an enforcer for the office, which but like I'm gonna get hit for that one. Luther's gonna call me soon for that one. But he stepped up. Like he showed that not only can he be an enforcer and stand there and look all jacked and packed and incredibly jacked, annoying, but like he can also go in that ring, and it's impressive. That like his career honestly is gonna.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be up in there, up there somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, he had a great debut, and if we're talking about great debuts,
100%.
We got to go back a match to the control card, and we got to talk.
You got to go ahead because Victor and Crypto were the.
Were they first?
Yeah, they were first.
Oh, dude, sorry, my memory is.
It's been 2 weeks.
I have a horrible memory.
It's been 2 weeks. And honestly, I'm surprised I remember it.
Yeah, but yeah, no, okay. So we'll go forward
to the next
match, the control card, not back, and talk about Mr. Jay Kendrick.
Yes, Mr. Annoyingly
absolute
rude.
Asshole to me. My name is. What do you call? You call me Jeff. My name is not Jeff.
We're gonna make t-shirts.
My name is Ben.
With Jeff.
But no, we're not. We're not doing that.
I've heard he's already doing it.
God damn it.
But like, so it's great. He was a dick on our
absolute
podcast,
to
being
me.
very disrespectful to my podcast partner, but also Chili. Telling her to get up, bitch.
God awful.
Rude.
God awful behaviour.
Rude.
Which is why it pains me to say so much. God, that kid is so good in the ring.
He's so talented. He is incredibly talented.
He was so good in that match.
He honestly, there's
all
of
them were, man.
Everyone good, but he carried that match.
Yeah, like that match was great.
Yeah,
everyone had a great showing, but like you could really tell that like Jay Kendrick, he's just got such a deep bag.
Yeah. Oh, he's impressive.
Like,
been training with him for a while, and he knows what he's doing. But obviously, to show we're not completely biased to people who are friends, we're going to talk about everybody in the match because we'll talk about everybody. Skimmed over everybody else. And one person,
we haven't even talked about.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about the person who's wearing the shirt off.
We're getting to it.
Yeah, we're getting it. But Corey Beck, obviously.
Corey Beck had a great showing.
Great Hurricane
Noah Green unfortunately got injured, but until his injury, man, he was looking on fire.
Landed wrong.
I think you know if he didn't get injured, then he probably could have had a decent, probably could have won.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Good option. Chad Carlisle.
Yeah. He had a great Jordan Bishop as well.
Yeah, Jordan Bishop.
They like, dude. Everyone in that match had a great showing.
Yeah, but just not good enough to beat Chile.
Yeah,
Chile won. Obviously, we obviously did the night at that the end the show. We did a podcast with we did a little mini thing with Chile, and she won it, and that was really impressive. Now we don't know what's going to happen next. Where she obviously challenged a member of the office to a match. We don't know who it is yet. Hasn't been announced. I hope it's someone, because it'd be really awkward if no one showed up, because Chile's not having a match. So we kind of don't know what's going to happen there, but Chile definitely deserves that win.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, she puts in the work. She's so talented, man. Yeah. Like, and it's not even just like natural talent, because she freaking works her ass off. She earns her talent.
Yeah,
that's the thing, and like so many people in SCW do.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you can go, you can just look down that roster and go, okay, yeah, that Don works hard, that girl works her freaking ass off.
Oh, 100%, and that we could throw a dart at somebody and name people. But I want to say this, that SCW at the moment, and this is not like taking shots at any other company, but like they have workhorses in SCW that you know for a fact are gonna show up. Put in the hard work and do it just because they love professional wrestling, not because I'm getting paid to do this. It's I love this. I love wrestling. I love what this is doing, like what this means to me. And you can see it in their eyes, and you can see it before they come out.
100%.
We see them before the show starts, so we kind of see it. We see the passion that they have going in to their matches. Now, our third match we've got to talk about is Dylan Black.
Oh yeah.
Versus Steven Norsk.
I feel so bad for Norsk, man.
He's been through a lot.
He's been through hell, man. Yes. And like he just can't
get the win.
He can't get the win over Dylan. And like I'm starting to think that he needs to detox.
Yeah, he needs to maybe take a step and be like, maybe re-evaluate his choices in wrestling and in life. Just reevaluate and be like, hey, maybe this whole thing is not working. Maybe I need to go to a different place. Maybe I need to go to a different mindset. Maybe I need to create myself a mindset.
I think for me, what Norsk needs to do is he needs to forget about Dylan Black for a little bit.
Yeah.
I know that's going to be hard, brother, because of what he did to you, and like, I think he needs to step away from Dylan Black, that 100%. Whole situation, go pick up some wins against some other.
Build himself back up.
Yeah, he needs to. I think he just needs that confidence builder.
Yeah, and in the most honest way I can, I think honestly, Norsk has to stop being a pushover. Dylan Black used him literally. If you look at how he won the control card, you look at even before he became a heel and all that, he used him. He used him as a friend. There's a guaranteed moment he did use him as a friend.
100%.
Norsk, no offense, buddy, love you, but like, you let him use you. You can tell a man who's deceiving you, and you just didn't know in time.
I think it was more of just they were friends.
Yeah.
I think Norsk just
didn't. They were friends. And what I was thinking.
I'm sure in Norsk's mind,
yeah,
they were friends.
Maybe not in Dylan Black's.
And I'm from my perspective, I think that he probably would have thought, hey, this guy's my friend. I don't want to like push him away. I want to help him.
Yeah. And
it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate that person had to be Dylan Black.
Yeah, that hurt. But obviously Dylan got the win, retained his step up title.
Unfortunately.
But then he started talking some shit about Northam. And then obviously a man who came onto our podcast, that 1 hour one, who Dylan Black quickly ran away from.
Very scared.
Yeah, and who answers a call when you take shots at someone's hometown. It's hometown boy, Leighton Brown.
Yeah, Leighton Brown comes out. Massive response from the crowd.
They definitely do love their hometown boy.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, fair enough. He's a freaking legend.
He is.
I love that man.
He is an absolute G. Because I think Dylan was talking shit. Leighton comes out and says, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm done with you. I'm done with Luther talking shit. I'm done with the office talking shit. And how dare you come into my town and think you're just going to talk shit and not have this coming back.
Yeah. And I think, Dylan was smart to run away from Leighton on our pod. And, he quickly got out of there as soon as Leighton entered the building. I don't think Luther was that smart. I don't think he actually realised how strong Leighton actually is.
Yeah. I think...
Well, I mean, he found out.
He
found out later.
Luther obviously seemed to get a bit ahead of himself, got a bit heated.
Yeah.
But I think Leighton by now knows how to push the buttons of the office. So he's gone, hey, this, and Luther's gone, you know what? Match. I'm the main card of the STW. You versus Dylan Black. And then Leighton's like, well, why not have a street fight, shall we? Let's do it Northern way. Let's do it Northern street fight,
Luther
baby.
Was so confident in Dylan Black that he let Leighton pick the stipulation, which that was just the biggest mistake.
Dylan didn't seem too happy about it.
Oh, not at all.
Because honestly, I think Dylan was... Honestly, I think that might have fractured a bit of what Luther's and Dylan's bond. Because think about it. You're a champion. You're the champ. You're a fucking champion. And you have someone who's by your side saying they will do whatever it takes to make sure you stay champion. And they're putting you in a street fight.
Yeah. The
worst
kind of match.
Where you literally can't lose.
Yeah.
In the sense of you can't find a way to sneak your way out. You are stuck. You can't run. You can't leave because it's a street fight. They can grab you and bring you right back. Hell, we could beat you outside in Northam.
Yeah.
And then you can't get disqualified because there's no disqualifications. You literally have to pin or submit Leighton Brown, who's a tough MFer. And not a Matt Manifesto follower. A motherfucker. Just to clear things up. But he's like, it's tough. He's a tough MFer.
Yeah.
And he damn well know you could hit him over the head thousands of times and he'll still just be like, hit me again.
Yeah.
Try harder. Do better.
I mean, it just takes me back to Ambition 3.
Yeah.
When Jordan Bishop hit him over the head with a PlayStation.
Oh.
And
taking most people out.
It definitely dazed him, but he was still walking.
Yeah.
I know plenty of people that would have just been down and out after that.
And he was back at training the week after.
Yeah, he was able to get back up and walk to the back himself.
And that's the problem for everyone now.
That man is dangerous.
Yes. That's why he...
Watch out for the new step-up champion.
Yes. Well, spoiler alert.
Oh, they saw the show.
I know, but come on, we haven't got to that. So that was Step Up. That was great. Fucking amazing Step Up, actually. People who were there, awesome. Awesome night. And then obviously we had the main card. We had Julio.
Yeah.
Showing up.
Yeah.
Flossing about.
Yeah,
having
having a little groove, having a little boogie.
Yeah, entertaining the children.
Oh, man.
And the adults, obviously.
How can you, no matter what age you are, how can you not be entertained
How
by
can you
Julio?
not dance with Julio?
He's a great dude.
Yeah, great guy.
We love Julio on this
Yes,
podcast.
we do love him, and eventually we'll do an interview with him.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, eventually we'll figure some shit out first. He faced Brian Allen.
Yeah. Well, he set out an open challenge.
Yep.
Because originally he was supposed to face Chadwick. Was it?
Yeah, Chadwick got injured, obviously, sadly.
Yeah, unfortunately. Get well soon, Chadwick.
Yeah, get well soon, brother. We hope you're doing well. I've seen him a couple of times. He seems to be doing well, in high spirits, which is good.
Always what you love to hear.
Yeah, love to see it from an injuries, because there seems to be a fucking lot of them currently. Anywho, so he was like, open challenge, who wants it? And Ryan Allen was like, well, I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
And besides everyone calling him a bin chicken, which I did not call him that, by the way. I'm just mentioning it. Ryan?
I may have.
Bro, did you buy the shirt too?
No, I didn't buy it.
Smart boy, because we want Ryan on this. Or at least don't want to get hit from Ryan.
Although I might buy the shirt and then wear it if he came on the pod.
Guaranteed you getting called Jeff for that one.
Oh, yeah, probably. But, you know.
It was a great match. Julio obviously got the win.
Yeah, no, great opener for the main show. They absolutely killed it out there.
Oh, 100%.
As like Ryan Allen always puts on bangers, Julio always puts on bangers. So
and that's actually really that's the important part is they put on bangers.
Yeah.
And
Can't stress enough how good those two are.
Yeah, and that's why we always bring it up. You know, Ambition 3, Target versus Julio.
Oh,
great match.
One of my favorite matches ever. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like,
it's really up there too.
I love that match so much.
We said it in our first episode, but we'll say it again now because we're 6th or 7th now?
7th, I think.
There you go. Well, we'll find out.
Something like that.
Go watch that match.
Yeah.
Go watch Ambition 3.
That whole show.
The whole show was right. But go watch that fucking dog collar match. Brutal, but it's great. Go watch it, please.
Please.
Then obviously I think we had CJ Johnson.
Yeah.
Versus Gorgeous Gary. Awesome fit.
Or as always.
Oh, obviously.
As always.
And I'll say it's absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, the drip is unmatched.
Yes. Great match, obviously. CJ did really well.
Oh, bro, CJ had a great showing.
Oh, he's impressive.
He has one of the nastiest sounding chops I've heard in a minute.
That's what happens when you get trained by Marty Jones, who trained William Regal.
Yeah.
and you train in England, who are they're tough motherfuckers.
Yeah.
In old England, so that's gonna affect me eventually down the line. I've talked some shit about England.
I have nothing but love for England.
I do too, but come on, I'm Australian. I have to. I have to take shots.
Anyways.
Anywho's.
CJ and Gorgeous Gary.
Yes.
Dude.
Great.
Unreal match.
Great. They stepped up. Every bit of that match was just showing you how good both men were. In the sense, CJ being trained in England and then wrestling obviously in Queensland, but then Gorgeous Gary for how long he's been wrestling. It's holy shit. They're really goddamn good.
And I think that's a testament to the whole show.
Yeah.
Everyone that went out there showed how fucking good that they are.
Yeah, and I think it's because you're in a new place. You're Baldivis is Baldivis, and it's cool. But it's we've been there so many times. It's well, you can only show people who are coming all the time so much. This is Northam. This is everybody there, bar a few people, have not been to wrestling shows because Northam haven't had wrestling.
Yeah.
So you're going out there to show them who you are and be hey, I'm this guy. I'm this. You should like me because I'm this. I do this. Blah, 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 blah. but it's like it was a moment of everyone stepping the F up and being like, let's show them what wrestling is.
Yeah, everyone killed it.
Yes.
On that show.
100%. And then obviously we had we had the tag titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we had tags. Because it was Bad Blood, Craven, and
Zach Reynolds.
That's the one. I knew that Reynolds part. There's so many Reynolds in wrestling that it was like, there's so many. But like Zach Reynolds, Bad Blood, awesome. Versus Best of Business. Now we were filming this.
Riley Parker and Dustin Connors.
That's gonna get me hit. Dustin's gonna kill me for that one. But like, so that was a great match. Like, it was so good. Craven did well. So much just hate.
As usual.
It was just so much hate of anger towards each other.
Yeah.
Which is weird. They've never seen each other. There's just like, and honestly, it's not that hard. It's honestly, you just look at Best for Business.
It's not hard to have Best for Business.
It's honestly, you could look at a photo of them and be like, no, fucking hate them.
All three members
are
very punchable.
Yeah, they just have sluggish faces.
They're all great wrestlers, though.
Oh,
so
great wrestlers.
I'm sure, like, if I went to swing, then
they'd hit you harder.
Yeah, they'd probably just
you'd get
not even get phased.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm 62 kg. Me punching Rogan Kargas, bro, I'm not doing a thing.
I think you're going on the ground.
Bro, I would punch him and I would get hurt.
I love that. That was great. Obviously, congratulations to the new tag team champions.
Yeah.
Again,
great match. Once again, there wasn't a single mid match on this card. Like we said, man, everyone tore the house down, freaking killed it. Yeah, dude. Zach Reynolds might be one of my
He was impressive.
Oh, dude.
He was speaking absolute gibberish. Honestly, sounded like Donnie from the Wild Thornberries.
Couldn't understand a lick of it, but I loved every second of it.
And it was just the crowd was loving it. And did love the metal version of Taylor Swift's Bad Blood.
Good song. Yeah, great.
Me and you looked at each other and went, of course.
Yep, of course.
Sounds about right. We were also honestly shocked that they won. In a nice way.
Yeah.
But because we didn't expect them to win.
Yeah, I think it just comes from the fact that Best for Business has just held those championships down on lock for months.
Yeah.
So long, man. That it was starting to become a question of not when, if
someone beats them.
Yeah, because
it's rough. Because who the hell would beat them?
Yeah,
obviously Bad Blood.
It was starting to become that question of could they be beat?
Yeah, especially because they faced ATO.
Yeah,
and it's ATO couldn't beat them.
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, who's gonna beat them now?
Yeah,
what the hell? Who's gonna beat them? And then, boom, Bad Blood.
Bad Blood come through.
Zach Reynolds, Craven, of course. Who better than the Australian sensation Craven? And Zach Reynolds. So that was great. Who knows what happens now with the tag titles? Yeah,
I'm very, very excited to see where this goes.
Yes, we will see who's going to be next in line because now there's going to be
because ATO were really pushing for it.
I still think they will be.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
they're always gonna have a good shout.
But a little sneak peek here is at the next show we have a wrestler from New Japan. Technically New Japan Strong. He's going to be facing Julian Ward. Ooh. So it seems like Jules is going to be pivoting from tagging and going on.
Maybe.
Yeah. So we'll have to see what that will obviously tell you more. Things.
Keep an eye out on.
I think I've posted
social
media.
Anyway. What did you say?
I think I already put it on a story.
Oh, okay. I thought.
What do you think about this?
I thought you said you pooed. I was like, okay, bit odd, but okay.
Bit of a flex, but alright.
Bro just decided to give us a fun fact, but okay.
Yeah, fun fact about me.
Anywho,
really not weird. And then, so that match happened. It was great. Definitely go out of your way and watch it. I think it'll be on YouTube. I think, I think most SCW's stuff is now on YouTube. Or it's going to be on Ringside Addiction. So either way,
go and find the Northam show. Watch the whole thing, start to finish.
So good. But then we had, we had the Great George.
Yes.
Well, actually, if you Axel Strife, it's not great. It's the
It's the okay George.
It's the mid George.
Mid George.
Versus our now god of the podcast, Axel Strife.
Our now favourite human being, Axel Strife.
Saved our ass.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Axel Strife.
Yeah, genuinely, one of my favourite matches.
He's now eventually we're gonna have just heads over here, like a Mount Rushmore people on our pod, and it's gonna be Axel Strife's gonna be like right there.
Yeah. It might just be like Axel Strife, Axel Strife, Axel Strife, Axel Strife.
Yeah, and just him in different.
We might just make like a shrine.
Yeah,
for him.
not weird, but it might just be him, and every single one is just him in different hats.
Yeah.
Or just different hairdos. Like it's got to be something.
Yeah.
It's gonna get weird, but it'll be there.
But yeah, no, they absolutely tore the house down.
That's so good.
That match was unreal.
Him with a chicken wing.
Dude, my favorite thing is that he said that he left the bucket of chicken right next to the entranceway, so he wouldn't forget it.
And he comes out.
He comes out, does his whole entrance, and then he goes, "Oh, forgot me chicken." Oh my god, dude! Has to run back to the back.
Oh no! The best part of that match is literally he puts the box of like KFC chicken in.
He puts it in the turnbuckle,
and he goes, "Cool, I'm gonna keep that." He tells her, "Hold that," and 2 seconds later, falls.
Oh, dude!
The depressed look on Axel's face was funny, and me and him, because we were filming, had to be a straight face because we couldn't just go.
Oh no, I couldn't. Dude, there's the like don't. It's gonna be like your cam, like 90% of because I'm sitting there.
I don't know.
Like,
it's half and half.
I'm sitting there the whole time, going, like dying. That was such a great match, dude. Axel Strife like forcing the chicken down George's. Man, they absolutely killed it out there. George picking up the win.
Yeah, George big win. But then even Axel, when he was taking off his shirt, he was like, "Don't look at me, I'm self-conscious." And then he takes it off.
There's a little wiggle.
Yeah, he takes it off, and someone yells in the crowd, "Put it back on!" And he goes, "That doesn't help my self-conscious. That doesn't help my self-confidence."
I'm pretty sure someone like catcalled him as well. Oh man, unreal!
God, yeah. I love Axel Strife.
That was one of my favorite matches I've seen.
I'm going to now watch so much more. I'm going to try and watch more Axel Strife matches because it is so funny. Like obviously he gave us that story about in England when he had the table that had something underneath it.
Yeah,
it's great. Definitely if you haven't watched our last episode, go watch that because there's some great stories there with Axel. Especially the part where we had no research on him, so we had no idea what he was.
Well, we weren't expecting him to come on the pod.
Yeah. But then that was a great match. That was a big match. And then obviously, well, actually we've just like missed one match. We skipped over one match, which we probably should have not, because I forgot about this match. And that was the street fight between.
Was that not after this match?
Because that was they were the co-main event.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's rewind a second.
Yes.
And go back, and it was a Northam.
A Northam street fight, yes.
Or as people in Northam know it as, a normal Saturday night.
Yeah.
Because, no, the fight.
Brother.
It's not wrong. Even Lake will agree. Anyway, so Dylan Black comes out, you know. He's cocky. He's like, I've got this. I'm gonna fucking
Yeah.
Right. Luther's wearing his very rude t-shirt, which, not bad. Wasn't a bad t-shirt. But then Lake came out. Bro, I was there right in front of him. That aura that was coming off him, bro.
Oh, dude.
It was a fighting aura.
You could feel it, man. Just like the energy from Leighton mixed with the energy from the crowd. Like,
oh, as soon as his music hit,
it just...
Bro, I was like, well, we're in a fight.
It's difficult to put into words, like, that feeling that you get, you know?
100%.
Like you know that exact feeling. That
it's how
I'm sure you guys know. That exact, even if you weren't there at Northam, you still know like that exact feeling. It's like almost like a euphoric feeling that you get.
It's how I think people would have felt in the in the Hammerstein Ballroom in 2006 when John Cena and RVD came out.
Oh,
You're thinking, oh boy, if Rob doesn't win this, we're all dead.
Or like even Punk and Cena at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Like,
if Punk don't win, we're all dead.
Like, you just felt that fire.
Yeah, 100%.
That fire from everyone in the building in that moment.
And they were pumped.
And dude,
I honestly, got tingles.
Yeah.
And I was like,
big rock shit.
yeah, that's that big rock shit right there, the goosebumps. I was like, and obviously so proud of Clayton and Dylan Black. They proved that those two, I would say stalwarts,
tore the house down.
Yeah, I would say stalwarts of STW. That's the ECW company. Not even alive. But STW, they are like stalwarts of Step Up. But honestly, I would even go further and say STW themselves, because those two men you could build stuff with. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah, like those two just have such a bright future.
Oh, 100%.
As much of Dylan Black as an asshole, he's a fucking unreal wrestler.
He's a goddamn good heel.
Yeah, he's great.
Good at being a
you love to hate him.
Yes, 100%.
You just love to hate Dylan Black.
And Leighton is a goddamn motherfucking badass.
Yeah.
And like anyone that disagrees, go watch that street fight. Bro was getting hit, bro.
Dude, this is such a testament to Leighton's character, just as a human being.
Yeah.
Like, not only is he such a fucking badass, but he's also just one of the most genuine 100%. Dudes. Like, one of the nicest souls I've met.
On that, I was going to mention this afterwards, but I'm going to mention it now because you were bringing up him being it. So the match finished, and they had to clean up the ring because there was shit. Well, you had to help clean up the ring. I ran back because I wanted to go see Leighton real quick, and I instantly saw him and I hugged him, and he's gonna hate me because I told him this, but like I hugged him and he was crying. Like, bro, there was emotion in that.
Well, there was like, obviously you know Leighton better than I do.
Yeah.
You've been friends with him longer, but like there was a moment. Sorry?
About like 4 years now?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
There was a moment after he won.
Yeah.
When he goes over to his mum.
Oh, that.
And bro, that got me a little bit.
Yeah.
That like, because I'm already a freaking pretty emotional guy, but so like just like the slightest bit of just like wholesomeness, I'm just like, oh, my heart.
And I said this to you after the show. I was like, that reminded me exactly how like my mom would be when I win a title. Because his mom, like, she was like, "Come over here."
I love that,
hug.
by the way. When you win a title, we're manifesting, brother. Damn straight.
But it's like his mom, like, she was like, she didn't like go, "Oh my god, look at the title." She was like, "Come over here, give me a hug." Right?
Yeah.
The proudness of his mom was like made that moment so much more better.
Oh man, I'm getting emotional right now talking about it, genuinely, because like He love that shit, man.
He deserves it.
Yeah, so Leighton, man, fucking.
Right, of course,
absolutely, man. Killed that shit. Absolutely deserved it.
Friend of the pod, love you.
So proud of that, man.
So proud of you. Obviously we talked to Axel and that, so it's cool. But now it's the main event. It is Rogan Cargus.
Quickly.
Okay.
We should probably very quickly go over. Dylan Black couldn't get the job done twice in one night.
No.
But you know who could get the job done?
True. Wait, forgot about that. Oh, I'm getting killed. I'm going to get hit for that.
I saved you, Mama. I saved you.
Oh, that's not good. I know as well. Because I thought we had kind of technically already covered that match anyway.
We kind of did, but like, you know, I just think we could probably go into it a little bit deeper because it was a great match.
Let's do it. Obviously,
you know, Dylan Black couldn't get the job done 2 times in one night, but his wife could.
Yes.
The lovely Chili got it done, not only in the control card, but gets the job done.
Beats a former Australian Women's Champion.
Yeah.
600 and something days.
Was it not 700?
Over 600. I said over. It's a lot. It's a big number.
No matter what, huge, like an insanely long run.
992 days.
Yeah. Who knows?
I can't remember how much it was. I can't remember how many.
It was
long. It was I know it was over 600. I know it was over 600 because that was Delta's rank. So I know that. And Harley would definitely 100% comment on this and tell us that we are wrong.
I'm sure she knows the exact
She's going to message us and be like, it was this. And we were like, oops.
Yeah.
But Chili got the win.
Regardless, yeah, those two absolutely killed it out there. Had a great match.
Great match. They did really well. Crucifix win. Win. So good.
It's so nice to see Chili not only on the main card,
but like a husband.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how you deal with that shit at home, gang, but like...
A lot of beatings.
Yeah,
she throws things at her. Or just different rooms.
Yeah.
Different rooms. No, great match. That, honestly, she did well. Also, we talked about... she shouted out my mate's friend's kid. But, like, on the last episode, when we did with her. But I want to say she is definitely got, like, 2 new fans.
Oh, yeah.
With my friends. With my mates, his mates' kids who came to the show, because literally they...
A lot of mates of mates.
Yeah, a lot of mates of mates, because it's weird to just be like, mate's kids, because it's not his kids, it wasn't his kids, but he, like, I literally before the show was like, the girl was like wasn't really excited for the show, because she thought it was just going to be a bunch of guys wrestling, then Harley and Chili get, announced, and then she gets really excited, because it's like a women's match, and that's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
And then obviously I was like, oh, I can 100% get you to meet those 2. And then obviously Chili now has 2 brand new fans who love her now to the point I don't.
And man, it feels like every day Chili has some new fans.
Oh, 100%. Honestly, if you're not a Chili fan right now,
then yeah,
what are you doing in life?
Probably like,
you're probably
go, like look in the mirror, maybe.
You're probably a miserable person.
Probably reevaluate.
Yeah.
Go therapy, maybe.
Buy the t-shirt.
Damn straight, buy the t-shirt.
Yeah, I haven't got mine yet, so I'll get that.
Buy this t-shirt as well.
Yeah.
Buy every wrestler's merch.
Yeah. Buy Craven's.
Damn straight.
Because he just won the open weight title.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So congrats to him. This has gone left field, but congrats.
Yeah. Let's swing it back on track and talk about what we were going to talk about before I cut you off.
Yes.
The main event.
Rogan Kargas, the STW champion, versus
Mr. Paul London.
The man, now friend of the pod.
Yeah. And we're going to milk that shit dry, brother.
We're milking that like I milk the point of Dylan Black not paying me.
I thought... Okay.
I thought
you were gonna go far left.
Hey, whatever gets me booked on that show. I'll do whatever it takes. It's amazing what I'll do for getting bookings. Don't get any ideas, Luther. Luther, don't get any ideas.
Oh god.
Anywho, let's move on. Great match, but there's one tiny bit. Well, also Paul London singing.
Oh my god, serenading
us all.
Serenading.
Not just serenading us. He was serenading all of Northam.
All of Northam.
Honestly, go watch it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
He has a beautiful voice.
Beautiful voice. But me and Ben, literally, he also has a comic book too, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Go follow him on Instagram and check his comic book.
I'm sure you already follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, if you're not rude. But like, he came out, started singing. Me and Ben looked at each other and went, oh, this is new.
Yeah, this is
who knew Paul London could sing?
Yeah.
Not what I've seen, but I've only seen him in WWE and in some other parts. So I've only seen him run really fast in the ring.
Yeah, true.
And then fucking backflip off the top rope. So I don't think he's still mad at his age now, but like, if he does, cool. Love that.
Yeah, no, they went out there, had an absolute slobber knocker of a match. They absolutely killed it.
Yeah, it was a great match until.
It was a great match until the
old Riley Farter.
What's the schmoz?
A shamozzle. Just a shamozzle like I had to deal with at ESPW.
Which we'll get into.
Yeah, well, eventually. It was a shabozzle. Best Business came out. Farter came out with his power of Farter.
Just tooting his way out.
Hilarious. That's funny.
It's like a little speed boost.
Yeah, 100%. It's like a video game. And then Dustin comes in, and they just beat the crap out of Paul London. So rude. I don't know.
So just unnecessary.
How is this man, not Paul London, how is Rogan Kargas getting away with not actually defending his title?
Yeah.
He keeps getting out of ways.
It's criminal, man.
Before it was Hayden, and he got away because he had the goddamn time limit.
Yeah.
And now he just shabozzled Paul London. What the hell?
Absolutely despicable behaviour. And you know it.
You know it. And I don't know how you live with yourself, Rogan Kargas. I can guarantee you I know how, because you've got a title, and honestly, I sleep very kindly with that.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say I don't know how the hell you sleep at night, but like
perfectly comfortably with this title next to me, next to him, but cuddling up to it. Forlorn in Existence, but it's the title.
Hey, dude, Messi did it with the
Honestly,
World Cup.
he deserves it. Messi doesn't, not Carlos. Kidding.
Yeah,
But it's just
I'm
like
not.
it's.
No,
I get is where I'm at. But it's just like that match happened. It was just supposed, and then all of a sudden Julio came out, and CJ came out.
Yeah, bit of
and-
backup.
Yeah, a little bit of backup.
The cavalry.
Yes, which is weird. It wasn't Bad Blood. So weird. It wasn't Bad Blood though. The new tag team champion. It's just maybe.
I'm sure that they were busy.
Yeah, celebrating.
Yeah, they were
going
probably
a bit hard in the northern
celebrating
streets.
a bit hard.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
Going a bit hard in the northern streets. Then it turned into a 6-man because, because Paul London went, I've got power.
Well, yeah,
make
Paul
it
London
6-man.
was still hungry to wrestle. I
Yes.
think.
Didn't want to leave Northern without having a full match.
Yeah, no.
Which honestly,
like,
fair.
hey, man of the people. Man of the people.
He has been. He's been a man of the people.
Mm.
That's why Luther got slapped earlier in the night. So good. Honestly, I felt that slap like I slapped him myself.
Oh, dude, it was great.
It was so good. But then the 6-man happened. It was great. So many big chops. From CJ.
Oh man.
With Shabazzle. Julio. It was just so
Yeah, like
hefty.
that main event, like that final main event, the 6-man, like just chaos, dude,
Yes.
and like it was unreal to watch.
Yeah.
Like those, like all 6 of them, absolute. And I've said it so many times because everyone truly did on this card. They freaking tore the house down,
They did.
man. They killed it out
Yes.
there.
And
Everyone did.
And then obviously Paul London, Julio, CJ got the win.
Yeah.
Well done. Round of applause. Big win. And then we got serenaded again. Which is great.
Always lovely getting serenaded by Paul.
Right? Honestly, you should do it every show.
That's right. We're on a first name basis.
Yeah. love you, Paul. I'm sorry, Mr. London.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, sir.
My bad. So, lovely guy though.
Oh, beautiful soul.
Oh, great. Oh, it's in a comic book. Go buy his comic book. Can't remember what it's called there. But we'll put it down there eventually. When I figure out what it's called, we'll put it down
Yeah,
in the
it'll.
description.
I'm sure it's on his Instagram.
Go buy
I'm sure it's on his Instagram, which will be down in the
Yeah,
description.
go buy it because actually I wanted to buy it and I just didn't have money at the time.
I spent too much money
Yeah,
on
Axel Strife.
wrestlers. I should have just like copped it.
Yeah,
I should have just copped the comic book
yeah, that's so good,
because I love comic books.
so good. But yeah, so that was SCW in Your Town in Northam.
Yeah,
Great show.
great
Honestly,
show. Honestly, like
it's so
they words can't describe how actually unreal that show
Yeah.
was.
And me from before Northam never would have said this, but I can't wait to go back to Northam and wrestle.
Oh, damn straight.
I can't wait. And even though half of me doesn't want to, because no, thank you. But the other half of me really enjoyed the night, and it was the rec center there in Northam was beautiful.
Oh, unreal.
Like
scene.
it was so beautiful. And it was great. Crowd was great. I want to get hopefully big goal will probably be get more people to come to Northam and maybe make this a thing where it's like an annual thing maybe. Obviously I have to step up. I can hear.
My nephew.
I can hear his nephew.
Yeah, if you've heard any
Squeaking.
background noise throughout this pod, I'm so sorry.
I love it.
My nephew's been like going mental
Honestly,
the last couple of days. I don't know what's wrong.
It's honestly, it's like the birds from my house.
Yeah,
You can hear it. It's honestly the same.
It's like we come to my house so we get a little bit more quietness away from the birds, and now it's like
it's fucking great. Sorry.
Anyways,
but like that was, I can't wait to go back there. I think I'd
dude.
like to get to a point where we make it like an annual thing. Hopefully, that's obviously up to STW.
It's, completely up to SC Dub.
But like that'd be a really cool moment.
I would love to
we
go
have
back to Northam, man.
Northam would be cool. Definitely don't want to drive there though, but
Well,
see.
yeah, neither of us had to, which is
great.
Thank you very much.
Yes, to the referee Mark and his son.
Yes.
Because we didn't have to drive. It was great. I got to just not drive, and then obviously I had to drive home. So.
Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
that
just
fast
driving. It's just
driving.
driving.
I would much rather drive home from your place than drive home from Northam.
Yeah. And it was great because we all got to chat, and that was good. that's called camaraderie. Anywho, we keep riding off to this tangent since then we've started.
Yeah, at the end of the day, STW in Your Town Northam was freaking amazing.
Oh,
and
should we give it stars?
Should we
rate it?
Because
I think we should.
All right. I'm down. What you go first?
Okay.
What would you rate?
Well,
set
considering, well, obviously I will set the bar, but like, obviously, that's coming off Ambition 3, and we had some good show, and we gave that a 4.5 or maybe 5, nearly 5 stars.
Somewhere in that.
Yeah.
In that
we do
ballpark.
10 or do we 5? We did 5.
I honestly don't remember.
I think we did 5. We'll go 5. We'll go 5 because we always do 5
It feels like
stars.
it's been ages since we've like actually rated a show.
We'll go 5 stars because we always do. I'm gonna give it 4.8.
Really?
4.8 stars.
What's halting it from being a 5?
I'm gonna be Northern, but never. No, it's just I felt like it was just a moment where it was like why wasn't like it was a lot of like, oh, why wasn't it this? Why wasn't that? You know, like when obviously Julia and CJ, it was great they came out, but I was like, why wasn't it Bad Blood? Should have been Bad Blood. Should have been this. It was a lot of moments, but like obviously it might have also been the smidge of stress that I might have had going in when
we both had.
Yeah.
We were, yeah.
Might have been that, but I'm gonna give it 4.8. I'm not gonna give it 5 stars because it's got to be a hefty amount. But I'm gonna give it 4.8.
I do agree with the 4.8.
Yeah, maybe 4.8 too.
Yeah, for pretty much the exact same reasons.
Yeah.
Just like the little tiny things.
Yeah.
Just needed.
It's the little things, and honestly, they
out.
mean nothing really.
But yeah, no, literally, they don't mean a thing when in the grand scheme of your show, it was like unbelievably good.
As a fan watching, I'd have been like, this is one of my favorite memories. And honestly, I hope that people that and if you were at the Northam show, please let us know and tell us what you thought as like when you're leaving because we want to know and obviously STW wants to know too. But like I love that I so hope that it was like people were leaving and they're like, oh my god, I can't wait for this to come back. I want this to come back. I want wrestling back because then we want that demand.
Yeah.
You want the demand to come back to Northam.
Exactly.
I want you guys to demand STW to come back to Northam.
Please do it, because hey, if that's the kind of show that we're gonna put on when we're in Northam, damn, I'd go to Northam. Maybe not as frequent. Maybe not as frequent as we go like Baldivis or something.
Yeah, maybe every once in a while. Maybe every
like once or twice a year.
Maybe like once every 5 months.
Yeah.
It's like 5th month, and then the 10th month, and that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. I enjoyed that. 4.8 stars out of 5. So not bad. Definitely go check it out when it gets posted.
Yeah, damn straight. Please do, because
that was probably great night. It was honestly a great day.
Yeah,
it was stress.
Like apart from the bit of stress that
we had
with the live show and all of that, I would say that just whole day as a whole was like magical. Yeah, and like I feel like
it was good to give wrestling to a place that, and Leighton's told us this, that haven't had wrestling. Yeah, they've had wrestling near them, but they haven't had wrestling in Northam. And honestly, I will say this: that was the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Most fun that I've seen all the wrestlers have.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like Divers, it's like gotten to a point where everyone's been there, and it's like, okay, cool, you know what you're doing. You can literally be like, I could get there like 10 minutes late and still be fine. Yeah. When Northam was like, we were all getting there, we all didn't know what the hell to expect, and then right after we were like, oh my god, this was great.
Yeah, man. Like the crowd, from the crowd to the production team to the referees to the wrestlers. Everyone that was in that rec center.
So the social media girl,
yeah,
Jane.
Yeah.
She hasn't watched
that's
anyway.
Production team.
Yeah, but I just want to just call people out.
Fair enough.
Because production team's literally just us two.
Yeah. But yeah, like everyone that was there in the rec center at Northam, like,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Like,
let's go back.
It was just awesome.
It was fun. It was a really good time. Let's do it again some other time. It's not soon. I need a moment to step away.
We'll do it again, just not like
Currently.
later.
Wait until I wrestle. Wait until I debut, and then we can have a match. I don't want to wrestle in Northam. But okay, so on to something that is not SW. I just nearly died then. My voice is cracked. Don't mind my dying. I'll do it quietly. We're gonna talk about wrestling.
Yeah.
Now, pretty much what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna talk about our thoughts on wrestling. Whether it's we're gonna talk about the Australian scene first and just say what our thoughts are currently. We're gonna try and be as brutally honest as we can. So we may burn some bridges here. I'm okay with it. Kind of. Not really. We're gonna wrestle soon, so let's not. But like, we're gonna do that, and then we'll talk about WWE and all that stuff. But like, we're mostly gonna talk about Australian wrestling and what our honest opinions have been about what we've been experiencing. Obviously, being an EPW and an STW, and then obviously watching MCW, PWA, and every other company that I can get my hands onto, and just really kind of see what we're vibing, what we're kind of thinking about wrestling. Because obviously you guys may think differently. You may be like, oh my god, this, we always get told the Australian wrestling scene's so freaking hot right now, but then like, you go to certain places and it's not as hot. It's like lukewarm. It's warm, but not hot. It's not fiery, where it's like, that's why I'm kind of like, let's talk about these things. Because, because we just talk about shows and we do like some random shit, but like, we want to, let's be serious and let's talk about some stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go to you first, because obviously did the stars first, so.
Alright, well, I guess we'll just start with talking about EPW.
Yeah, we'll just talk about Australian wrestling.
Yeah, like, I think EPW, I'm going to be brutally honest here.
Yeah, that's what
I think, like, it had a little bit of a slow start to the year. Yeah. But also on the other hand, I will just say, like, even like a mid EPW show is miles better than like so much other stuff out there.
Oh, 100%. I agree with that.
It's a testament to like how good the wrestlers actually are in APW
and 100%.
ESPW.
I agree with that.
But yeah, I think as a whole, Australian wrestling this year is really going to stand out.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like the past probably like, what would you say, 2-3ish years?
Yeah.
It's been starting to get like,
I think
really popular.
My honest opinion, and this is true, I think probably, so I got into watching EPW and that probably full on around 2019. In 2018 was like, I kind of got put into it and but 2019 was like, I just started kind of like watching EPW and paying attention. And I feel like everyone did, COVID really hit them hard in the sense of like all their little things they had going was like,
yeah.
And then they came back and it was a lot of trying to gain trust. Trying to gain trust in like fans again, to be like, we're gonna put on great shows, come to this, and then I don't know if you know this, but at one point we were at the Gate 1 in Claremont Showgrounds, and then we lost that. They were like, we don't want you here. The guys, whoever owned it, was selling it, and they don't want to do it, and they didn't want wrestling there anymore. So we had to leave, and then we had to go to places like Freo Social and other places, and we had to try to find our place, and it was very hard from what I've heard, and it was like trying to find, and then also trying to keep fans coming to the shows and being like, hey, you live down like friggin' Clarkson, come to Fremantle. It's very hard to keep those people coming back because they're like, well, you've got to now get the fans in and make them want to come back. And I feel like it dwindled, and then maybe like a year or two later, we started like, we had some certain areas, this is probably where when I started training, was they had like maybe 2 or 3 venues that like were kind of locks of like, we're going to do shows there, we're going to do Willerton, we're going to do Merrill at one point, we're going to do Kennington, these are our places. And I think like that was good, and now it's like, now the wrestling has to hit. And wrestling has been. They've got, I think there's always a thing I have with wrestling, which is, and I don't know if you have this, where it's like a lot of companies that I watch, especially in Australia, they rely a lot on, you see a lot of like, the guys who've been wrestling for years. Yeah. No offense, I'm gonna name some people, but it's only because they're here. But like, you have your David Storms, you have your your Damian Slaters, you have your Halloween Cravens over there, and you have these people who have been wrestling for so long, and you get told so many times that, hey, you got to take their place eventually. Someone's got to take their place. Yeah. It's very cool to say that, and that's really cool, and I love when we get told that, because it gives me more fire. It puts a fucking light under my ass to be like, I want to take that fucking spot. Yeah. And if they're not going to give it to me, I'm going to fucking take him. Yeah. But it also goes, if you're not seeing other people doing it, in the sense of like stepping up and actually being close to like taking that spot, it's very hard for you to be like, hey, I can take that spot. Yeah. Because you're watching a ton of people go up, and their spots are staying the exact same. The same people are staying in the exact same spots. And I get it, because they're goddamn good at that. Damian Slater is the goddamn one of the best wrestlers in Australia. I would say one of the best in the world. Yeah. If you put him up against some of the best. Alright? But then you look at now, you have Jesse. You have Hartness. You have Hayden, who's been wrestling for a goddamn long time. Yeah. But like, these are the people that like, you have to now build new styles. Jesse's a new style. Oh, hello. But like, you have Jesse. You have Hartness. Yeah. Yeah, go for it. You have Hartness. You have so many people like, Hayden, but then you also have Jules stepping up more and coming back from Canada, and same as Kaz, and you got some people there, and then you look at Manukai Toa, who is going to be doing well, and you got to look at these people that are coming through, and you're like, really cool, as much as I hate to say it, but EJ, he's coming through, Elijah Henry. No, it's fine, that works. Elijah Henry, he's coming through, and you're like, wow, he's going to be amazing. You look at these people, and you're like, oh, this is so cool, so many people are pushing through. But then, like, you look at ESPW, and it's the same people you're seeing on the main shows. And I'm brutally honest, by the way. Sorry. But, like, it's the same people. And you're kind of going, okay, cool. And then you're getting a sprinkle of the new people, like Simply the Best, and Dagger, and other one.
Matty.
Matty. Sorry. I'm so sorry, Claude. I mean,
that's just mean.
He knows I love him. But, like, you're seeing these people, like, sprinkle in, but it's like, it feels like it's not enough to light a fire under like the newer people who are starting training, because you get told so much like, oh, you train hard, you work your ass off, you'll get put on one of these shows, and you're kind of going, am I though? Like, I'm speaking of just as like training and like watching wrestling in general. Like, PWA is doing really well, but you can see there's a bunch of like new talent coming through, but then like MCW's the same, and I haven't really watched much of Queensland wrestling, so no, but like there's a lot of like some people coming through, and you're like, oh, this is cool. And then Adelaide's the same. Like, Riot City has freaking just lost Delta, who's gone to WWE. Yeah. So it's like, you got these people who are shipping out to obviously WWE, and you're like, cool, we can bring the new people in now, because they're gonna like, we gotta replace fucking Delta. Like, what the hell's gonna happen now? Riot City's gotta find that. It's very easy. You can throw a dart at one of their roster and be like, found somebody. But it's like, Australian wrestling, I think 2024 was really great. Because it was like, we had the Elimination Chamber, we had Rhea Ripley, we had Delta getting signed, we had Pereira doing well now in like AEW Ring of Honor. They're doing well. They just like debuted on Dynamite, which was really cool. They were on Dynamite, so like, that's cool. That's really great. I love seeing all the Australians dominating over the world. But it's more now like, let's see people dominate here. Yeah, like, let's see.
I completely agree.
A bunch of new talent come up.
Let's see what we can do here.
Yeah, let's show the world, because that's the thing. I always hear about Americans, and it's freaking annoying sometimes as Australians. But like, you watch them, and you're like, you watch the companies, and I follow a few of them now, and you're watching them, and you're like, oh, that's so cool. Like, that person's gone to, like, he's now a WWE ID guy, and oh, that guy goes to AEW. Oh, that dude showed up in TNA. Oh, that guy's gone to Japan. That's so cool. And it's like, cool, now you're seeing a new crop of talent come through, and you're like, that's so cool. Like, this guy's gonna be like, oh, this guy, oh, this guy. Or this girl, or this one, but like, in Australia, it's a lot of like, oh, why hasn't this guy gone to WWE? Or why isn't this guy wrestling over here? Why isn't this guy doing this? Or why isn't this girl wrestling over here? Because she's really talented, why isn't she getting more respect? It's very hard to like see wrestling as like, I think Americans have it very, like, Americans, and maybe the British too, I'm not 100% sure, because they do over Europe, so they can wrestle over there a lot more. But like, they have it a lot easier in the sense of like, here, it's like, if you're not in Melbourne, you're not in Sydney, you're not in Adelaide, or you're not in Brisbane, you kind of have to do, and this is from what I've heard from some wrestlers, you've got to do a lot more, especially in Perth, to stand out. You can't just be like, I'm a great wrestler, You have to go, hey, I can talk, I can do a promo, I can also do some stuff behind the scenes if needed. Like, I can do 50,000 things. But then Melbourne can do the same, but then they don't have to explain all the other things they can do. They can literally be like, hey, I can do a promo and I'm a good wrestler. Good. And then, boom, they're like, oh my god, there's so much talent in Australia. It's like, cool. What about WA? It's like, what about us? Like, it's like, what was it, 2018, 2019? Will Ospreay came here, and he was just over in Sydney and Melbourne, and he was like wrestling for them with like Robbie Eagles, and he was like, and he did a video, and he was like, he did a podcast, and he was like, I'm so glad I'm helping Australian wrestling. Like, I'm so glad I'm helping Australian wrestling out. And I was listening to it, and I went, you are fucking not. Yeah. You are helping the East Coast of Australian wrestling. You are not helping Australian wrestling as a whole.
Yeah.
Because you're not coming to Adelaide. You're not going to Brisbane. You're not going to Queensland. You're not wrestling in Perth. You're wrestling in Melbourne and Sydney, and you're going back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
And then you're going to Japan. And then that's all you're doing. You're not helping Australian wrestling. You're just saying, hey, look at these two companies. They're working with New Japan. Cool.
No, I completely
But you're not
agree.
going to Queensland. You're not wrestling there. You're not showing up at EPW event that's going to pay you absolute fucking peanuts. You're going to show up to the two companies. No offense to EPW, but like you're going to show up to the two companies that are working with a company that you already work for.
Yeah.
That are going to pay you to work for them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't say, I'm helping Australian wrestling, and that's what pisses me off sometimes. Is people saying they're helping Australian wrestling when in the whole of the whole, they're really not. Like, the Super Show we had last year was great. It had so many people. It was great because it made everyone kind of like, okay, Perth fans started to kind of like see people like Tuckman, who maybe they didn't see, and they got to see people like the Velocities, maybe they haven't seen before, and they've gone, wow, this is great. I'm gonna go watch these guys. I don't think Perth has had that opportunity yet. Even the Super Show in Queensland, there were technically only 2 WA guys. There. Craven, technically, because he's from Perth, but he's technically from Sydney. He lives in Sydney. And Don. That's 2.
Yeah.
Where you look at EPW, when we did our Super Show, we had a fuck ton from Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Queensland. We had a fuck ton of them here, where it's like there was not a lot at the Super Show that I saw. And it annoys me that I feel like we're very on. It feels like, and you get told this a lot. You are on an island when you're in Perth, when you're in Perth wrestling, and it pisses me off. Because now I want to create. I don't want this to be an island. I want this to be like. I don't want to be like the fucking island of relevancy. I want to be like, pay a goddamn fucking attention to Perth.
Yeah.
Because you can look at Adelaide and that's great. There's so many great wrestlers there. You can look at Melbourne, throw a dart at those companies, and you'll find good wrestlers. Hell, you look at MCW, you can throw a dart in that company and be like, cool, there's fucking amazing wrestlers.
For sure, yeah.
Same PWA. But like, even Queensland, you can throw a dart and find great wrestlers. But then, like, you bring up Perth wrestlers, people are like, oh, who's that? Who's that guy? Who's like, I could go over to Melbourne, and unless they've really they've had that person wrestling that company or that place in that city, you're most likely going to get told who's that? What? If I'm like, oh, cool, Layla Divine, she's fucking amazing. She's an amazing wrestler. Unless she's wrestled for that company, I'm going to get I don't know who that is. And you damn well should know these people in Australia, in Perth. Like, pay attention. Like, that's the thing. These 100%. Are the honest shit I'm talking about in wrestling. It's a lot of times, fucking, what accent was that when I just came out of? But, like, you get told that. And I think as someone who's wrestling, is going to be wrestling soon, and same with you, it's very disheartening because you get told to, train hard and do everything, and then you can start wrestling everywhere you want. But it's like, it's a 50-50 chance you're probably not going to get noticed unless you do something really fucking stupid and, like, get injured. Or, like, you do something really amazing that looks amazing, but, like, it's stupid. It's like doing a fucking sketchy-ass Spanish fly off the fucking top of a cage. Well, else, bro. But like doing no sketchy shit will get you noticed.
Yeah.
But like I shouldn't have to do sketchy motherfucking shit to get noticed.
Yeah.
I should be noticed because I'm a goddamn wrestler. because that's how Delta got noticed. She was a goddamn good wrestler. She wrestled for 3-4 years, and she was goddamn good. Same as Rhea.
Yeah.
And we're getting like told, hey, I'm like, cool. And then there's like people I could throw a dart at, like fucking Hayden Zenith. He should be so much more successful than he currently is. No offense. That sounds bad. But he should be. People should know who Hayden Zenith is. Not just because, oh, hey, I've seen him wrestle a few times. It's like, no, you should know who he is by just his name. Because he's so damn fucking good in that ring. Like, you've watched him. He's so good. Same with, like, Kargas. I don't think Kargas gets enough respect. And there are so many people, like, we watch, we know personally. I'm like, people should so see this person. Like, Holly Hyde.
I completely agree, yeah.
Yeah, like, Holly Hyde. So damn good. Her character is so good. Like, I've obviously known Harley for a bit now, and I consider her a friend, but, like, watching her, I'm like, oh my god. Like, I've seen videos when she first started, and, like, when she was, like, a referee, and then she became, like, obviously Holly Hyde now. I'm like, holy shit. This is impressive. Like,
there's so many great wrestlers in Perth, hey?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, so many that just don't get the recognition that they deserve.
100%. It's like, it's so just annoying, but it's like, people like, what's what I'm looking for? It's like, we shouldn't have to go over to Adelaide, or Melbourne, or Sydney, or Queensland, because obviously Queensland is the latest, but like, we shouldn't have to go over there to get noticed. Like, I shouldn't have to go, my option shouldn't be, when I'm done training here for a bit, my goal is to, like, go over to Adelaide and wrestle. I shouldn't have to, that shouldn't be an option. I should be like, I can stay here, and I'll get noticed, eventually. And it's like, yeah, eventually, but that could be, like, fucking 10 years down the track.
Exactly.
I shouldn't have to be like, oh, I've got to move now my whole fucking life to a different state to get noticed more.
Yeah, exactly.
Get more opportunities. And it's like, it's also, you know, fans too. Our fans are, I would say, obviously STW and EPW are the most loyalist.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they will ride or die your ass until a point.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they are for you.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
the fans, like, I feel like, obviously I've never been to, like, a Riot show or whatever.
Yeah,
but
same.
like,
Love to.
so I couldn't give, like, a testament to how those crowds feel towards their wrestlers, but I feel like EPW especially, also STW, but EPW especially, I feel like the crowd just has such a deep emotional connection to that whole roster.
Yeah.
And to a point where it's like, it's just the whole company now.
Yeah, and think about it, like, even when we talk about, like, ESPW and EPW, these people are coming to, like, ESPW shows. You're watching people who are, like, starting, and you're going to probably see them on EPW shows. Like, I look at, like, Jay Kendrick, he's just one I'm going to bring up here, but, like, you're watching him in an ESPW, and you're like, oh, cool, it's awesome. There's a 50-50 chance he's eventually, very soon, going to be on that main show. And that's the connection we have with the fans. And it's so different to, like, from what I've heard from, like, Melbourne and, like, Sydney and Adelaide and Brisbane. Because ours is not you're a wrestler, I'm a wrestler, you're a fan. That's where we are. It's like, no, you are connected to me somehow. There's some way, somehow, you feel connected to not just my character, but to me. Like, you don't feel connected to just Jared Styles. You feel connected to me, Jared. And not just because I have a fucking podcast and I'm talking on a fucking phone.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah.
It's the same with Ben. Like, when you wrestle, like, they're not going to have a connection to whatever your name's going to be, because you haven't decided yet. But, like...
decided.
Okay, there you go. It is going to be.
Bog.
There you go, that one. They're not going to just be, like, connected to Bog. They're going to be connected to Ben.
Yeah.
Because some way, somehow, they're going to... Because your family's going to come to shows. And then fans will start to, like, talk to your family and be like, oh my god, that's so cool, it's wrestling. Boom, that's, like, bonded. In the sense of, like, they're now fully invested in you as a person. Not as a wrestler, but as a person. And it's really cool to be in Perth and, like, see that. It's annoying when you're trying to be a dick and a heel and they're fully invested in you. And they're like, oh, I know you can come back from this. And you're like, fuck off. You know, oh, you're a heel. And they're like, oh, mate, can my kid have a photo with you? And you're like, no. But, like, they've known you since you started, so you kind of feel like, sure. But it's like, that is the emotion. Like, look at Crypto. He got over because he literally has kids. no offense, that's not what he exactly does, but like he's mentioned it. Like his first thing he said was when he wrestled was, "I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this to make my daughters proud," which he is fucking doing.
Yeah.
They are so proud of him. But like,
as they should be.
100%. But it's like those are the things he's doing it for that, and it's like, bro, that's special. That's very special. And I'm like, that's why I just wanted to have this talk.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, man. Even like for me as like a camera guy, I like to take the fan approach.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm watching just any sort of wrestling, I think like fan first, everything else second.
Yeah.
That's just my thing, right? So like I also feel like obviously I'm able to I'm able to be like, you know, not like disassociate, but like, you know the word I'm trying to look for, like
it's another D word, but it's
it's like
differentiate.
That's the word I'm looking for.
It's not really working that word, but like
I'm able to be like, all right, talk to a wrestler like this now, and then I can like adore them when they're in the ring.
Yeah.
Like a great example for me, I think, is the Great George.
Yeah.
I freaking love the Great George.
Love George.
Would I like when I'm filming him, I'm like, oh my god, that's the Great George. I love this guy.
Yeah.
I can't believe that chicken wing. When I see him backstage,
He obviously doesn't do this while he's filming, by the way.
Yeah, in my
in
mind, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, he's such a good wrestler. And then like backstage, I'm like, hey man, you had a freaking amazing match out there.
He's like,
keep killing it.
He's like, thanks, man.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, thanks, man. I'm like, dude, like,
I love him.
He's a great guy.
But it's like it's that, and it's just like.
But so, yeah, I do like fully get that.
Yeah.
Of like, I think it's very important to have that emotional connection.
100%. Even if
like,
you look at you finish yours then.
I was just gonna say, like, so many people. I see so many people. This pisses me off so much. I see so many people online. And just like in wrestling in general, being like, oh yeah, you're a mark. I think being a mark is a good thing.
100%.
I'm a mark. I'm a mark. I love being a mark because I love being so invested in every single wrestler, and I care. I care so much about like all these people, not just because they're great wrestlers, but also because they're just good people.
100%. Like, and it's kind of like you watch like, you look at the story between like Chili and Dylan Black, their storyline they had. Their storyline was so good because the fans cared. They cared about Chili and Dylan being married to each other, and they're like, oh, that's great. And then Dylan was a dick, and they're like, well, fuck you. You know? What the hell? So it's like, you kind of go through these moments of like, that's why those stories work. That's why the more real stories in Perth wrestling work better, because fans are so connected to you personally that it's like you can make them believe in it. Like, I remember Chili telling me a story that she posted a photo of Dylan sleeping on the couch. She got messages from friends who don't watch wrestling going, hey, is everything okay? Asking if their relationship was fine. And I'm like, that's people who don't watch wrestling.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's so much more than just wrestling, and I think
that's a great line. It's so much more than wrestling, because you can be a freaking damn good in-ring wrestler, like, I don't know, Rogan Kargas,
100%.
but if like Damien Slater, but if you're also not like, if you don't have the emotion behind not just what you're saying but also your actions, the emotion behind your wrestling, like a Rogan Kargas, like a Damien Slater, like a James Hartnett, like anyone, anyone,
like the amazing Tony,
and anyone, they have just they're so great in the ring, not because of not because their wrestling ability is so great, because it is. Their wrestling ability is amazing.
Because everything they do is.
But it's the emotion that they put into it. It's it's the passion, you know? Like 100%. They want to be there. They strive to be there. They feel it, you know? They have the energy. You know? Like,
Oh, 100%. And it's like, even just like, because us still training to be wrestlers, but it's like, even when we, like, so people always ask me, and this is, I'm just going to let you guys into a little thing here, is, for a while, I literally hadn't gone up to, like, intermediate training, to, like, start having matches and whatever. And I was training before he started, I was training before so many people who I'm friends with now. And literally the one thing I have was I was training with them and I would help them out as much as I could. And people were like, oh, why are you doing that? Like, you should focus on yourself. Like, focus on trying to get yourself to your level. And I'm like, yeah, but that's so fucking boring.
Yeah.
Like,
I completely agree.
Like, I've passed to intermediate training and it's so great and I'm so happy and I'm like, I've like fully achieved something that I wanted. Now I'm going to have like a match soon, so that's so cool. But like, I now want to make sure he comes up. And like, Evelyn Faye, she comes up and she can start her matches soon. And then like Jane, and then with everyone else that we train with, I want them to come up.
And it's like you all know who you are.
Yeah.
And like, you know that like I'm in the exact same boat. Like I want to focus on getting myself to that level.
Yeah.
But I also want to spend like just as much amount of my energy putting into helping other people get to that level.
Like, I get told from like Ben and a few other people, I'm like the biggest fucking cheerleader in EPW training.
Yeah.
EPW School Pro Wrestling.
Because I need to be.
Because I want to be.
You are.
Because why not? Because I think the people who are just like, oh, I'm just going to train and that's it and then I'm going to wrestle. I'm like, that's so boring because you don't have people to wrestle. I'm going to get so bored kicking the shit out of people that I don't care. I want to have matches with guys like Victor Steele, Crypto Knight, Jay Kendrick, Chili, Evelyn Faye. I definitely want to have a match with Evelyn Faye. She knows more. Jackson Swan, the third. Oh, that's an annoying name. But Jack, I want to have matches with him. I want to have matches with Jane because she's going to kick the motherfucking shit out of me. Just for all the shit I've annoyed her with. I want to have a match with you. I want to have a match with Kelly Cole. I want to have matches with so many people who I'm training with because I want that to be that we are the new breed.
Oh, I 100% agree.
Not the ECW new breed, but like better. But we are the new breed. We're coming in. EPW to the point where we can come in and EPW or STW can look at us and be like, the old heads can be like, we're good. We can retire now. We can go away. And they don't have to go, oh shit, EPW's going to fucking fail with this. You know, they're going to be like, we've got, you know, Jared's here. Cool, easy. He can hype this. Crypto's here. Cool, awesome. Victor's here. Great, fucking awesome. Chili's here. We have all these people now to step up. Now let's show. That's why, like, I always say to people who are new at training, I'm still going to be cheering you guys on. Like, I am intermediate and all that shit, and I hate the whole, like, oh, I'm at this level, so I don't have to care about this level. Right? I don't fucking care. I will cheer you guys on because you guys are going to be amazing. That's why I'm always going to be the biggest cheerleader and fucking loud as shit when I'm at training. Because I want you guys to know these things. I want you to push yourselves to be better. Because even the days I've come into training, and they haven't noticed it, but I'm very smart with it. But like, I've hated what I'm doing. Like, my brain is not good. And I've gone in and I've gone, you know what? I'm going to hype these guys up. Because I may feel like absolute dog shit. But I'm going to hype you guys up. To make sure you guys are at the level you need to be at. And I can't wait for you guys to be at the level.
Damn straight.
It's going to be fucking great.
Oh man. It's going to be so much fun.
And that's all I got. So, to make it less harsh notes, that's our wrestling. That's our opinions on wrestling. Mostly Australian wrestling.
Yeah, we pretty much just dove into pretty much just like Perth wrestling.
Yeah. We talked about what we needed to. I feel like hopefully you guys understand where we're coming from, and any wrestlers watching can also understand where we're coming from. Because it's all just from the heart right now. Being brutally honest is what I am. But yeah, do you want to do a little game? Because we've got...
Let's do it.
Got a couple of 10 minutes?
Yeah, we can squeeze a game in.
Cool, let's play a game of Would You Rather.
Ooh.
So you give me one, I give you one. That?
Alright.
Okay, I'll give you one first.
Yeah, you set the standard.
Would you rather have Chad Gable win the world's heavyweight title?
Okay.
Or have Aleister Black return and feud with Gunther for the world's heavyweight title?
Oh my god. That's so difficult. Because I want both. I'm going to say Chad Gable
Chad Gable?
because I feel like it is genuinely insane that
He hasn't
he
won it.
didn't win the Intercontinental Championship.
That's fair, yeah.
I think it's genuinely insane.
He should have won that title.
He should have beat Gunther. As much as I love Sammy, and that match was fucking unbelievable.
Wow.
But yeah, and like I think I've just preferred what Chad. I love Chad Gable so much, man.
He does.
What in the last like year?
He's done so well.
In the last like year or two, I feel like he's just like flowered.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
like
doing so well with American Made.
he's
and Penta.
truly come into his own.
Oh, yeah.
As a wrestler.
He's doing so well.
Like he's like, it's crazy to me.
He's been
think
underrated
that-
his whole career.
That only a few years ago he was Shorty G.
Let's not bring up Shorty G. Let's not bring up Shorty G.
Like it's crazy
But,
to
like,
me, man.
He's been underrated for his whole career.
Yeah.
Like, even when he was in American Alpha, I think
Yeah.
more people focused on Jason Jordan than they did him.
I 100% agree.
And I'm like, bro.
And I was always like a huge Chad Gable fan.
But they're both fucking
during
amazing.
American
Obviously,
Alpha, and, like,
Jason Jordan's retired, but like they're both great wrestlers.
yeah.
Like, bro. Like,
That was
Why
what
pick?
was awesome about them.
Yeah.
Is that they were both great wrestlers.
Yeah.
And then like
American
Chad
Alpha,
Chad coming into his own during a singles run.
yeah. Getting called Shorty G.
Oh.
That's a rough one.
Anyways.
Yeah. You want to give me one?
I'll give you one. Would you rather have the Hardys return to WWE fully,
Ooh,
And-
full time, no TNA.
full time,
Like they're not with TNA, or like
full time WWE,
okay.
and they feud with Motor City Machine Guns, and like that whole
That's a good.
debacle.
Yeah. Well, that's going fatal 4-way, by the way.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, can't
That's
wait.
I'm talking
Yeah.
like
Okay.
Motor City Machine Gun, DIY, Pretty Deadly, like all of them,
Yeah.
that whole shebang. Or would you rather have LA Knight win a world championship?
Oh, that's a tough one because LA Knight's good, but I don't know if he's world championship good. Like he's good.
I know what I would rather want.
I want the Hardys. I want the Hardys to be involved in all that shabozzle because I think the way it works is either I get the Hardys winning another tag title, I either get the Motor City Machine Guns winning a tag title again, which they should because they're Motor City Machine Guns. I either get DIY winning the titles again, which is they're hilarious together, or I get Pretty Deadly winning their first ever tag team titles. No, they've been NXT UK tag team champions.
Yeah, but not
But
on
like
the main
in the
roster.
sense that yeah,
on the main roster, yeah.
And,
no,
or
what
I
you're saying.
get the Street Profits doing what they're currently doing, which is
Yeah.
being tag champs. Which
Yeah.
I'm happy with any of the
Yeah,
options.
no,
Honestly, you could throw a dart at them all, and I'll be happy.
Oh, dude, I love Pretty Deadly so much.
I just think that like LA Knight is good, but I don't see him as a world champion good. If you know what I mean.
That's crazy to me. I'm gonna be honest.
I just think like he's good, but then it's like I feel like fans love him. Like, but I feel like in America the crowd.
I feel like he deserves it though, don't you think? Even just like a short.
Yeah, but I don't see him beating like a Gunther or a Cody. There's not current champion right now that I see him beating like convincingly. Like he could win, and I'd be like, I'm okay with that. I'd be pissed if he beat Gunther, and I'd be pissed if he beat Cody.
Like right now, if
He was
Raw
going for
and
it.
SmackDown, if Raw happened this week right now, and LA Knight beat Gunther,
I'd be pissed.
I would agree. I would be pissed.
I'd be pissed.
But I think there is.
Because then I'd be wanting Jay to beat him. at
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
I think there is a world where you can build a storyline to make
Oh,
LA
100%,
Knight
yeah.
a convincing.
I think you could.
I think him and Gunther would have a
I
great
just think him
feud.
currently, his current vessel that he's in. Yeah, Hardy. But like, I think it's just not. It's like the United States is probably where he's at.
He
and it's
is,
annoying.
He is absolutely doing wonders.
Because I feel like the fans are still liking him, but like you can feel the American crowds are starting to just dip just a smidge. They're not as loud as they used to be.
That's fair.
Unless you go outside of America, then they get loud and they're impressively loud. And it's like, what's happened in America? What's happening with that? But yeah, so okay. Ooh, let me think. Would you rather a pay-per-view where it's TNA versus NXT versus WWE, like Survivor Series way,
Whoa.
Or it is midway through the year. John Cena's the WWE champion. And he goes into a full, maybe 3-month program against Randy Orton. And they start bringing up shit. Like, John's the heel in this situation. Randy's the face.
Oh.
And John brings up, hey, I still remember when you punted my dad in the head. And he high-fives Randy for punting his dad in the head.
Oh, dude, that's so hard.
Yeah. Because you have NXT.
Because I want Randy to be the one to dethrone John.
Yeah.
I want John to dethrone Cody and then Randy to dethrone John. Oh, but I love that idea of TNA, NXT, and WWE. Because, like, one of my favorite storylines in wrestling, like, just in general, was, like, that NXT invasion.
Yeah. Oh.
I love that. So, like, just the thought of TNA, NXT, and WWE being even remotely similar to that.
Yeah, and also this may help you or hurt you more. But, like, in the end, it's going to be, at the last match, the main event, is going to be a War Games. So it's going to be 3 from WWE, 3 from NXT, and 3 from TNA in War Games. Like, the old school War Games, where it was 3 versus 3 versus 3. Instead of the fucking 2 teams.
I might have to go TNA.
Hang on. But on the other side, it's Randy does beat John for the title.
You just keep making it harder.
Yeah.
You keep making it harder for me to decide.
Yeah, that's why I was doing it.
I'm going to have to go Randy.
You're going to have to go Randy?
I'm going to have to. That's my boy. That's my guy.
Randy. You want to give me one more before we stop?
Yeah, okay, alright.
You make it really hard. Give me...
Yeah, shit. Okay. Would you rather have... I'm going to do a similar one.
Okay.
Similar one to your second. Would you rather have Edge return to WWE?
Ooh.
John Cena is 17-time champion.
Ooh.
And his last match, his retirement match, is him. It's a fatal 4-way.
Oh.
It's a fatal 4-way. It's John Cena, Randy Orton, Edge, and CM Punk.
That's the history of all.
For his retirement match.
That's history of all of them too.
Yeah.
It's like the Royal Rumble over again.
Yeah.
That's history of all of them.
Yeah.
Punk hates
and now I got to somehow think this. Now I'll put myself in a really hard place because now I got to think of something that can rival that.
Yeah, and you've got just under 3 minutes.
Or would you rather have a complete 100% injury-free, no possibility of him getting injured? Would you rather see another AJ Styles world title run?
Oh, I do love me an AJ Styles title run.
So, like, those are two things that I'd want to see, man.
Especially
Like,
before he retires. Too.
especially before he retires, because damn.
But then the Edge and Punk and Randy and John. Oh,
And
Jonathan.
Samoa Joe returns. The second one, Samoa Joe returns and is the one to dethrone AJ.
That's a roughie.
I cooked.
You definitely
I
did.
finally cooked him.
You definitely did. Because I do love AJ and Samoa Joe and AJ would be fucking great.
Oh, dude, if Samoa Joe, it's just real quick. Sorry, if Samoa Joe isn't the person to retire AJ Styles, fumble.
I
don't care what
two
promotion.
other people that could.
I don't care what. For me, it has to be Samoa Joe.
I got 2 other people for that one. He's retired now, so it doesn't matter as well. But I was gonna say CD because he's like one of AJ's best friends, or Frankie,
True.
or Kazarian.
True.
Kurt Angle would have been a good one before.
Kurt Angle would have been a great one, yeah.
Before he retired.
But I feel like for me, it has to be Joe.
Yeah.
For me.
I could see that.
Anyways.
I'm gonna go with the Fatal 4-way.
Fair.
Yeah.
Valid. I think that is probably the...
Yeah.
That's
the history.
That's
the history, bro.
I'm already in that, like, that match, like, that stare down at the start.
Yeah.
Like, in my mind, that could almost reach the
I'm not even thinking stare down. I think Edge just fucking punches John in the face.
Oh, that as well. But
and
like,
then Randy just punches Punk in the face and it just goes on.
I'm just thinking more of, like, that might, like, that stare down with those four
Yeah.
might be the closest that we get to a proper, like, modern day Hogan and Rock.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, that's our
That's our Would You Rathers.
yeah, that's
Let us know what you would rather.
Yeah, because please do, because that hurt my feelings. But that is going to be the end of the podcast. This episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it.
And hey, look at that! Eh? We actually kept it to 1:30 for I think the first time
just a
since
bit
like
over.
episode 3.
Yeah, maybe just a smooch over.
Just a little bit, but
Yeah.
like, it's fine.
Yeah. Obviously, guys, you know the huge, the gist. My mate will do it here to do the like.
Your mate.
My mate, my podcast partner, Ben.
Your co-host, damn it. Thank you guys very much for watching and listening. If you're on the Spotify, rate 5 stars, follow. I think you can comment on Spotify these days.
Also be a mate.
Yeah.
And do it.
Dude, follow us on Instagram at Mat Manifesto. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Mat Manifesto Podcast. Leave a like on the video. That actually really helps us out a lot. So please leave a like. Comment if you're on YouTube as well.
Yes.
Subscribe, and if you do subscribe, hit that bell notification. I nearly said leave a rating. You haven't done that on YouTube since like 2008,
You can do that
brother.
too. Tell us what you think of us.
Yeah.
Preferably if it's not 10 or 5 stars, I'm walking the fuck out. The bell should be right over here, by the way.
Yes. Yeah. You know where it is.
Obviously, I'm going to do the last part because it's always a thing I do. If you are from Perth, whether you're from Adelaide, whether you're any part of Australia or Europe or England or America and Canada, please,
Mexico, Asia, wherever the hell you are in the world.
Japan, go watch wrestling. Hell, go watch Australian wrestling. Even better. Go watch wrestling. Go to wrestling shows. Support your local wrestling companies and buy your wrestlers merch, pro wrestlers merch, because they need money. Except don't buy this. Kidding. Go buy everyone's.
Buy everyone's merch.
Buy everyone's merch.
Spend all of
your money.
Take all the money. Do what I did, right? Take all the money that you had been spending up for your holiday and spend it all on wrestling merch.
Yes, and yeah, go support. And please do go support us because we need all your help. Because we do love to keep doing these and I have fun doing them. I hope my podcast partner and mate, Jeff, does too.
Fuck's sake!
Got him again. I hope he does too. He's maybe not now because he might hit me. But let's keep this camera rolling.
No, I love doing this stuff.
But please do support and please go follow wrestlers. Go follow them on Instagram. We will put some of the wrestlers we talked about in the description. And also, I just want a big shout out to Sport Indie. It's the YouTube channel.
Yes.
They have so many good matches.
Oh my god, there is literally no reason for you to not be watching wrestling.
We will try and put the description if we can, like put the link to their channel in our description if we can. I think
I'm sure that we can.
Go to that because obviously the amazing James Hartness mentioned it, and I've been watching wrestling literally the whole weekend.
Dude,
I've not stopped watching wrestling since I've got told about it. So
yeah,
go watch it. There's so many great matches.
I have done nothing but like sit in my room and play Minecraft and watch wrestling for the last like 3 days.
Facts. I've been playing 2K. I've been playing 2K25 and watching wrestling. And also watching F1.
Well, I'm not going to get into why I haven't bought 2K25 because I don't want this podcast to run for another hour. But
yeah, we're gonna be here for it. But yes, please. Love you guys.
Love you very much. Yes, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening.
And we are out.